I'm Mike Madison with the Winthrop News, and I'm joined by GFW Thunderbird boys basketball head coach John Durock. Good evening, John.
Good evening.
Team got off to a bit of a rough start, losing their first 6 games, but of those three, the last 3 losses, they were tightly contested and could have gone either way.
Yeah, that stretch, not the ideal start that we wanted, losing our first 6 games, especially with the team that we had coming back this year with, 11 seniors on the squad. And, it just took us a little while to kind of figure out how we wanted to play. And those last 3 losses that you kind of alluded to that were tightly contested, we were right there, had the opportunity to win, and we just didn't execute down the stretch. And, we obviously have been doing a better job of that here lately.
All right, very good. Since that time, we've gone on a nice 5-game winning streak. What's been the difference in the squad during that time?
We've really focused more on defense, right? Just limiting their possessions, limiting their baskets, and limiting them to 1 shot per possession. And defensively, we've really elevated our game, and it's allowed us to turn our defense into offense and get easier buckets on the other end. And then, we play 10 guys, we're 10 deep, so when we really get after guys and defend, that's when we're at our best. And then to be able to execute down the stretch to close out games, we have a better strategy now. We're making free throws, and we're getting the ball in the right people's hands to make those plays.
Next 4 games are against the top 4 teams in the Tomahawk Conference, but 3 of those losses were to those teams. How do you see the next 2 weeks playing out here?
Hopefully we're on the right side of those games this time around, but we know that they're going to be close games. We know they're going to be tough games, and it's going to come down to the last couple minutes of the game. And that's where I don't think we're quite the same team we once were, and I'm sure those teams aren't the same teams they were either when we played them. I think we have grown a lot as a team in the last 5 games and figure out who we are, what our identity is, and how that relates to winning basketball games. And I like our chances, but we still have to show up and play and do those little things that make us win games like we have these last 5 games.
Sure. What are you looking for out of the squad as we go through the second half of the season?
I think just to continue to be dialed in and focused mentally, and just, I keep harping on the little things, but they do make the difference in these games when we can make those plays down the stretch and get that offensive rebound or defensive rebound and knock down those free throws. That's really what wins these games for us, and for us to be able to continue to play together as a team. We have a pretty close group here. We play 10 guys, and they seem to be having some fun out there, so just keep that going.
Fans in the stands are the same here now. It's like 2 per athlete. Have you heard anything what the postseason tournament might look like?
I know the postseason looks like it's going to be a full playoff season this year. But I still think they're going to have some limitations on capacity for fans. And I do know that the games are going to be seeded always at the higher seed, I think, for the entire round of the playoffs, at least for the first section time frame. After that, I'm not quite sure. But they'll still have some limited capacity for games because of COVID. Whether they loosen those restrictions up, that's yet to be determined.
All right. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate it, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.